The Nintendo Switch is a great device. I know this, you know this, and well, who doesn't know this? I love that you can dock it to your TV and play it like a regular console, but I quite literally never do that. The dock for me is basically a glorified charger, and I don't even have it plugged into my TV. I use my Switch almost exclusively in handheld mode, and I feel like it's a really great way for me to catch up on gaming after a long day at work. 9 times out of 10 when I'm using my Switch, I'm sitting on the couch with my girlfriend watching whatever show it may be that we're watching at the time. It allows me to do two things at once, rather than have to choose one over the other. This means that I have a lot of experience using the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, and one thing that I've always had a problem with is the ergonomics and comfort of use with the regular Nintendo Switch after long periods of time. But today we're actually going to talk about a product that fixes that entire issue. The Hori Split Pad Pro. Hey guys, how's it going? We're really close to hitting 50 subs here on my channel. So if you enjoy this video, please subscribe and leave a comment down below letting me know what you liked. I really want to hear from you guys. Anyways, now that the basic YouTube chill stuff is over, my name's Grason, this is Tech With Me, and I've been using the Hori Split Pad Pro a lot, and it has changed the way I play my Switch a ton. It comes in multiple different colors, as well as a couple different Pokemon themed ones, and while I did choose the regular black one for this review, I was this close to getting the really cool Pikachu themed one. And then on top of all the different colors, there's also a version that comes with the little like adapter connector thing, so you can connect the split pads together, which is perfect for those of you who may want an upgraded Joy-Con experience but still want the ability to be able to dock your Switch while still having a more comfortable controller. Overall, my biggest complaint with the original Joy-Cons was just their size. They were so small that oftentimes when I was playing my Switch, it left my hands feeling cramped and uncomfortable. The standard Joy-Cons were very flat, almost reminiscent of the perfect skipping stone. This led to me having to squeeze or even make a constant effort to hold on more tightly in order to keep a hold of the Switch. The Split Pad Pros, on the other hand, are designed a little bit differently. To start off with, they're physically larger, which just makes it a little bit easier to hold on to them. On top of that, they are designed with ergonomics in mind. Rather than being flat like the Joy-Cons, they actually contour to your hand a little bit in order to make it easier to grip them. Rather than having to make a constant effort to keep a hold of the Switch, with the Split Pad Pros installed, the Switch almost effortlessly sits in your hands. Now, for me, the comfort of use that the Split Pad Pros add was all I was really interested in, but for those of you who might be looking for something that could bring more to your gameplay, there's actually a couple features in the Split Pad Pros that may give you a competitive edge. For one, on the bottom of the Split Pad Pros, there are actually two paddles on the left and right side that are pre-programmed to your left and right bumper. In look and feel, it's almost reminiscent of the Steam Deck. There's also a turbo functionality that can be programmed to any of the buttons on the split pad, and whenever activated, it can trigger those buttons at 3 different speeds: 5, 10, or 20 times a second. So that's a little bit about the good, but is there any bad? Well, yeah. Just like any product, there's gonna be something that you're gonna nitpick or critique, but overall, for $50, I don't think any of these are deal breakers. For one, while the X, B, Y, and A buttons had a fair bit of travel, which I usually prefer, they did also have a little bit of wobble to them. Now, this wasn't something that I noticed during day-to-day use, it was only something that I noticed while testing to see if they did have wobble or while specifically watching for it. So this didn't necessarily affect my gameplay in any way, but it does go to show that maybe the level of care placed into the product's build quality is not on par with some other options like this on the market. Another thing that bothered me just a little bit with the split pads was the way they lined up with the screen when attached. Unlike the standard Joy-Cons, the Split Pad Pros do not sit flush with the screen when attached. It almost slides onto the middle, so there's a gap between the controller and the screen itself, which might not bother you, but it took me a little bit to get used to it. I wouldn't call this a huge deal by any means of the word, but I personally would have preferred it if the gap was on the back of the Switch rather than the front, so that I didn't have to see it. But overall, I've really enjoyed the Split Pad Pro. Sure, just like anything else, I did have a few complaints, but for the money that I spent, I did think that these were really nice to use. I think the Hori Split Pad Pros are still at $50, but if you could find them on sale, then that's even better. I'm going to continue daily driving these for a while yet, and if you're looking for a way to upgrade your handheld experience while using the Nintendo Switch, I recommend you try them out too. But that's it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, like I said, we're shooting for 50 subs. Go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of this. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below. I want to talk with you guys. Thank you very, very kindly for watching. My name's Grason, and this has been Tech with Me.